Hello, my name is Dulce Belén Huizache Mancera from the 5th B group of Exact Natural Sciences, and today I will talk to you about Tourette Syndrome. What is Tourette Syndrome? Tourette Syndrome is a neurological disorder characterized by repetitive, stereotype, and involuntary movements and the emission of vocal sounds called tics. The disorder is named after Dr. Georges Gilles de la Tourette, a pioneering French neurologist who in 1885 diagnosed the disease in an 86-year-old French noblewoman. Tourette syndrome affects people of all ethnic groups, although men are affected 3 to 4 times more often than women. It is estimated that 200,000 Americans have the most severe form of Tourette syndrome, while 1 in 100 people have milder and less complex symptoms, such as chronic motor or vocal tics or transient childhood tics. What causes Tourette syndrome? Although the cause of Tourette syndrome is unknown, current research revealed abnormalities in certain regions of the brain, including the basal ganglia, frontal lobes, and cerebral cortex. The circuits that interconnect these regions and neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin that carry out communication between nerve cells. Given the often complex presentation of Tourette syndrome, the cause of the disorder is subtly equally complex. Symptoms. The first symptom of Tourette syndrome are almost always seen from childhood, generally beginning between 7 and 10 years of age. The most common initial symptom is a facial tic, which may be followed by others. The different types of tics can include push with your arms, blinking eyes, skip, kick, throat clearing of breathing air through the nose repeatedly, and shrug your shoulders. Most children with this syndrome also have other medical problems, such as attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, obsessive-compulsive disorder, impulse control disorder, or depression. Tourette syndrome is different from obsessive-compulsive disorder, in which people feel as if they have to adopt the behaviors. Sometimes a person can have both. Other types of symptoms that may suffer it's impulsivity, lack of self-control, repetitive movements, incoherent repetition of words, meaningless repetition of own words or uncontrolled use of obscene words, increased muscle activity, difficulty moving the body, spasms muscle or involuntary movements, anxiety, fear, chronic clearing of the throat, learning disability, involuntary twitching of the eyelids, stuttering, and coughing. How does Tourette syndrome develop? Tics come and go over time and vary in the type, frequency, size, and severity of the tic. The first symptoms usually appear in the head and neck and can progress to include the muscles of the trunk and extremities. Motor tics generally precede development of vocal tics, and simple tics often precede more complex ones. Most of the parents present the maximum severity of the tics during the first years of adolescence, and they improve when advancing towards the latest phase of the adolescence of the beginning of the adult age. Approximately 10% of those affected have a progressive or disabling condition that persists until the age of majority. Can people with Tourette syndrome control tics? Although the symptoms of Tourette syndrome are involuntary, some people can sometimes suppress cover up or manage their tics in different ways in order to minimize the impact they have on their activities. However, some people with Tourette syndrome report a marked increase in tension with suppressing their tics to the point that they feel that the tic must be expressed. Treatment. Because tic symptoms don't always cause disability, most people with Tourette syndrome don't require medication to control the tics. However, there are effective medications for those whose symptoms interfere with their daily functioning. The medications that have consistently proven most helpful in controlling tics are neuroleptics. Unfortunately, there is no single drug that is effective for everyone with Tourette syndrome, nor is there one that completely eliminates symptoms. Also, all drugs have side effects. Most side effects of neuroleptics can be managed by starting treatment gradually and reducing doses when side effects occur. There are other medications that may also be helpful in reducing the severity of tics, but most have not been as extensively studied or shown to be as consistently effective as neuroleptics. Next, I will show some testimonies of people with Tourette syndrome.
My name's Evie Meg, and I have a neurological disorder in my brain that causes involuntary movements or sounds. Sometimes I fall, I jump around, and I make strange faces that I can't control. Sometimes my eyes go sideways, and it might look like I'm looking at you funny. I make rude gestures, swear, insult strangers, but I can't control it and I don't mean anything I say. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's exhausting, sad, embarrassing, hurtful, damaging, and just a horrible thing to live with. But I spread awareness and education on my social media. I try to stay positive and keep smiling and show everyone what it's like to live with this every single day. And I try to make the most of every day. Things I can't do because of my Tourette's. The most obvious place I can't go is to the cinema. So I can't see new films anymore because I'm not going to be able to sit quiet for... Fuck off, wow, shut up. For 2 hours in a room full of quiet people. And a bitch, wow. Another thing I can't do is sit exams with everyone else. I can't stay quiet in the minute silence. It's horrible. I can't play hide and seek. I can't go shopping in very crowded places. What-oh. I can't do a lot of things that involve being quiet, like libraries. I can't go anywhere where you have to be quiet or behave. Basically, it just really limits what you can do and where you can go because it's not socially acceptable even though it's completely involuntary. So yeah, there's a lot of things that aren't very good about Tourette's. When, fuck you, fuck you.
guys, many of you guys know me, and you know that like my take only started like 5 months ago now. Basically, the end of October, I'm going to the hospital for it, like to see a neurologist, like that specialize in children's brain and stuff. I think it's just gonna be like a chat and stuff. I'm just sorry, my voice is bad. I'm just like worried and I'm scared, kind of. I know it's just gonna be a talk, but like I don't know what I have. I don't know if I have like Tourette's or take this or like I don't know what it is. I just kind of want to find out what I have and if it's gonna go away because like I can't speak, I can't.
Okay. And to conclude this topic, I have to say that this syndrome is somewhat complicated. Some of the people who suffer from it as well as their families can cope very well, but there are other people who cannot bear the fact of not being able to control their movements. But it's important that we as society know how to offer our support and understanding of these people. And for my part, it will be everything. Thank you very much.